How's everyone doing? Great. So yes, that was Tina Turner. What's love got to do with it? That's because I'm going to be talking a lot about love today, and that love and how it relates to the products and services and apps that each of you are working on and developing. So I hope that you enjoy. I hope that you ask questions. I found the clicker. Let's do it. Did it go? There you go. So my name is Jacinta Mathis. I am from Orlando, Florida, born and raised. There's only a few of us out there that were like authentically born out of the womb of Mickey Mouse. I am one of them. I love him. And I have lived in Brooklyn for about 12 years. So I'm pretty much stuck there. I think I'm going to be in the New York area forever. I'm also a partner. I am some lucky man's wife. I am some beautiful 6-year-old's mom, and we're all rocking it out. And I was at IAC for about 7 years. I started off there marketing our web browser-based applications, and then with the acquisition of a mobile app development company, headed up our global UAC efforts and teams across the US, Ireland, and Belarus. And now I am the Senior Director of Growth at KeyMe. What does that mean? It means that I am responsible for our sales team, account management, a little bit of product and innovation, so new things that we do outside of our core, which I'll get into, and also some marketing, and partnerships, all in an effort to help increase our number of customers, increase our revenue, and just create a better product each day. So this book, The 5 Love Languages, has anyone heard of it? Great. So it won't be completely new concepts here, which is awesome. It was on my parents' bookshelf, and I never paid attention to it until I actually cared about being in a meaningful, fruitful relationship. And the author of this book, Gary Chapman, he outlines about 5 concepts that you can apply that he refers to as love languages. So one is words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. And I often think about these and how they can be translated not only to business, but also into creating innovative products. And so I only chose 4 because they only gave me 25 minutes. So I would like to go with words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, and quality time. So we'll get into each one of these 4 tactics that hopefully will help solve some problems and create better products for each of you. So a bit about KeyMe. Some of you may be familiar. We have about 10 million customers. We have 3,000 kiosks, which are located in retail stores like Bed Bath & Beyond, Rite Aid, 7-Eleven, and we enable customers to be able to scan, store, and duplicate the vast majority of keys. This includes card keys, RFID keys, and fobs as well. We also have a mobile app that enables you to have a mobile key ring, and more recently, we have launched a marketplace where we essentially connect you to a locksmith. As a customer, you receive a mobile web link that gives you that locksmith's profile, so you know who's showing up. You can also track the route of that locksmith to your home. And the locksmith has a mobile app where they're not only able to manage their KeyMe jobs, but they are able to manage any of the work that they may have throughout their work week or schedule and for their entire team. So I'm going to use KeyMe in a few examples, and then I'll also throw in some other ones that I've engaged with throughout my life and just made observations as someone who cares about product and marketing. So the first tactic here, words of affirmation. So these are just expressions of appreciation to build up relationships with your customers. So we all do this, right? Thank you for your order. Thanks for calling us. We're so glad you chose us. There's so much content out there. So it's really important that early on in your interaction with the customer, you're able to show some sort of appreciation for them. And this should be memorable. I love the cute ones. I love the emojis. Just something that makes me feel like, oh, you thought about this. You didn't just text me. Oh, you really meant to send me this email. Customers appreciate it. And even if they have a negative experience, it may make them think more positively about your brand, and also think that if I have a problem, I'm going to trust you to solve it for me. And also, this is a big one for me, your appreciation does not always have to come with a mandate. So that's a thank you, but complete my survey. Thank you, but tell us how we did. Sometimes it's okay to just say thanks. So a few places where I have seen this, my daughter, Tori, is selling Girl Scout cookies. This is not a shameless plug for her, but maybe it is. It's still going on. It's not over yet. The Girl Scouts have this great mobile app, and it's on her iPad. And so she's able to, if she runs into someone at church or when I'm with her, we've gone to a few neighbors' homes, but we live in New York, so I don't really think we're going to do it anymore. But anyway, so if she runs into someone, she's able to pitch them on buying cookies. Throughout this transaction, for her, it says, hey, Tori, tell them thank you. Hey, Tori, did you tell them about Lemon Ups? All of this, which is awesome because she can now read and she loves to read, it's reminding her throughout this process to be good to the customer. So she's not only learning how to be an entrepreneur and hopefully a rowdy feminist, she's also learning to show some gratitude to customers throughout this whole process. Also, I thought Valentine's Day, why not talk about David Yurman? Give a gift outside of Valentine's Day, that was free. But I was given something from David Yurman, it broke. I was very upset. I did not have a good customer experience my time going back into the store. So I spoke to someone on the phone, I went back, they emailed me, they told me thank you. When I walked in the store, they gave me champagne because they were like, that's rowdy Jacinta, she's coming in today for us to fix her jewelry. It was awesome, and it turned me around. I went from someone who would never shop there again to someone who appreciated the experience that I had. So the second tactic here, acts of service. So we say this all the time, actions speak louder than words. What we do for our customers makes them want to come back. It makes them want to tell others. It also makes them want to leave good reviews. We love reviews. We love 5 stars. And to that end, every person in our organization should be empowered to make good decisions on behalf of the customer. So what does that mean? Collaborate with the right people to get things done quickly. So in my organization, I don't care what team you're on, but if you see something, you should feel empowered to do something, to fix it, especially if it involves the customer. And sometimes that means we need to empower our folks to feel like they can solve a problem. And as a manager, as a leader, I really feel it's our responsibility to make sure that folks know they can. And then also create this cycle of constant communication within the flow of providing service, so everyone internally knows what's up. We have all these means of communication, Slack, email, there's a few other, SMS. Still so much gets lost in translation. You could be like, what happened with this? Did we ever make this product update? Did that change ever go out? It amazes me, but sometimes these very simple things can have a big impact. So some things, these are KeyMe examples. So exceptional or neglectful service experience are what a customer remembers, and it's our one opportunity to leave our mark. So KeyMe, we're in this weird place right now where we not only have customers who are the ones who go to the kiosk, but we now also have our service providers who are customers. So the NPS we have with our locksmiths is just as important to us as the one customers give us. And that act of service, that acting quickly and swiftly and thoughtfully continues to enable us to have a productive business. So the next one, receiving gifts. So this is not that you get a car, everyone give their product away for free. I'm not asking you to do that. But really looking at it as your product is the gift that keeps on giving. Now, if you don't think that the product you work on is the good, I know that a lot of you are hiring, and I suggest you get a new job because you should really believe in the product you're building. And it's a gift not only to ourselves, but it's a gift to our customers, to our employees, to our partners. And just a few ways that I feel we can kind of practice the gift of giving is, surprise and delight our customers, employees, and partners. Sometimes what was unexpected can make a big impact. Expanding your product offerings based on your customers' additional needs. So this is big. This was big for KeyMe. Listening to what the needs of the people who are calling, the people who are going to our kiosk, the people who are using our app, what do they really need? And do we need to build something different for them? And then providing tools, access, and technology to employees and your marketplace. So this could be the right tool for your customer support team. This could be an app for your marketplace, for your service providers. Just looking at what sort of tools and accessories does everyone need to kind of get the job done. And then treating yourself. I often remind myself to treat myself. And I think you should really do that for your business. And what that means is investing in professional development, investing in hiring the right people, building them, developing them, making sure they feel equipped to be able to add that essential value to your organization. So the ultimate gift, your product. I mentioned this a little bit. At KeyMe, our core is the kiosk, but customers looked at us as a place to solve all of their access solution. So this meant if I'm locked out and I never saved my keys at that automated machine that has a robot inside and uses all this artificial technology to scan my key, you can't help me. So we were like, how do we get some boots on the ground? How do we find some quality people to really help these individuals? And then it started with calling around, vetting locksmiths, articulating to them the value proposition of working with a technology company that owns a product that says locksmith in a box, so it could seem like a threat, and really establishing a valuable partnership. And through that, we were able to launch a locksmith product in select markets in the United States. Like I mentioned earlier, we're able to give customers insight that they didn't have before with this type of service, but it is what everyone expects. Everyone expects to know the route of something being brought to them. Everyone expects to know who exactly is showing up at my house. So now you have that. Quality time. This is a big one. We don't have a lot of time, right? I'm rushing right now because I want all of you to ask questions and I want us to have a conversation and I don't want this to be a lecture. But, thinking about how valuable your time is can really lead to you understanding who is it most meaningful for you to partner with. And making these decisions on who you're going to partner with, what are you going to offer when you decide to collaborate with them. And you can't partner with everyone. So I was telling Vicki earlier, I'm a big proponent of if you email me and tell me about what you offer and I look at it and it's not going to work, I'll communicate that to you because things change so quickly. So there may be an opportunity where it does make sense for us to work together. So looking at this through, these three ways, new integrations and updates to your product, they could open up additional revenue opportunities, partner with other businesses, and they may want to collaborate with you to offer your service to their customers. So this could be, I have guests, or I have a host. These hosts need to make keys so that they can offer these keys to their guests. That could be if you're hosting your car, it could be if you're hosting your home. That is a partnership that could make sense and actually save the customer time and you as a business time. And then also looking at new ways to advertise your product through paid and organic channels. And to be honest, this is a constant struggle for KeyMe because we are in the real world trying to tell people to show up at a retail place. So I do not think we have it all figured out on this front, and we're still learning each day and testing a lot of things to get there. So quality time, this was an example I wanted to use because it was kind of unique to KeyMe's business. When I first joined about 2 years ago, we run this attract loop on the screens of our kiosk, and that loop typically just has messaging about the services that we provide. Having a background as a media buyer, I truly understand the value of a screen, right? And we kind of embrace this opportunity of being a digital out-of-home media owner. So what we are also able to do now is for the kiosk and Bed Bath & Beyond, we're able to run an ad for Bed Bath & Beyond on this kiosk that is relevant to their messaging that they want and new products that they're offering. KeyMe is known for having that niche of new movers and people looking to update their home, and so they chose to promote this new mover offer. So here we are at the end for you to start unlocking innovation. I hope that me kind of putting a little twist on these tactics was not too cliche, even with Valentine's Day approaching, but it makes a lot of sense for a lot of what we do.